How you doing, YouTube? This is Chris Mizo here with another video about PlayStation 5. And I'm going to tell you exactly how you can get your hands on a PlayStation 5 and where to find a PlayStation 5. I'm sure most of you out there who also tried to look for it physically also tried to pre-order PS5 as well. And we all know exactly how much of a disaster that was, especially when Sony announced a surprise pre-order. And when that surprise pre-order happened, nobody really knew about it. And the time that you found out about it, it was a little too late, because I personally know, because I sat at this very PC for 2 hours trying my hardest to get that PS5 pre-ordered. And where did it exactly lead me? It led me nowhere. You're going to want to hear exactly how I got PlayStation 5. And you're going to want to listen to these steps very carefully, because every little step is crucial for you getting your hands on a PS5. But first things first, if you're into tech, make sure you go down and hit that like button. And also, if you want to join the big wonderful fan bam and you're really into tech just like we are, make sure you go down and hit that subscribe button. Let's dig deep into it. If you're really trying to get that PS5, make sure you take notes if you have to. If you know, or if you were trying to get a Nintendo Switch earlier this year, you know exactly how problematic it was, especially around February and March, when it exactly happened. Nintendo promised that they were going to restock shelves of Nintendo Switches, and they really had a resupply problem because Nintendo had a big issue trying to get PCBs for their Nintendo Switches. When they had trouble getting PCBs for the Nintendo Switches is what caused the stock shortage. If you were trying to get a Nintendo Switch, I know exactly how you feel, because I was one of those people. But when I was able to get my hands on a Nintendo Switch, I shared it with the fanbam. And when I shared it with the fanbam, they made sure to follow each critical step, because they had strength and they had patience, and most of the fanbam was successful getting a Nintendo Switch. Now you can know exactly how much trouble it was trying to get a Nintendo Switch. But you're not here for that. You're here trying to get a Sony PlayStation 5. And will Sony run into that same exact problem that Nintendo had with Nintendo Switch? Do you remember when Sony said that they would produce up to 10 to 11 million units by 2020? Well, I think that number is a little bit over exaggerated, because of course there was also another release after that. They were not able to make 8 million units by the end of 2020, and of course that ended up false. But I do have some bright news, and there is some light at the end of the tunnel, because Sony is trying to keep their promise, and they do have a release, and it's going to come back a lot sooner than you probably think it will. So PS5 will definitely come out way quicker than everybody realizes. But the problem lies is whether you're hearing rumor or whether if whatever you hear is 100% true. Even if you do know the exact release date of PlayStation 5, you're not exactly sure when it will release or what time it will release, or even if that information is 100% accurate. And guys, if you follow these very next crucial steps, you will definitely know how to get your hands on a PS5, because it will definitely help you on the long run. The very first step I recommend to do is to get Discord and Telegram. If you're not familiar with Telegram or Discord, it's a really easy way for you to connect to live chats, alerts, and also stay really close to your friends. It's also great when you're gaming on top of that. Both of these apps are both available on Android and Apple. And of course, I don't want you guys to download extra bloatware, but this is something that is really useful in times like this. And you'll see very soon, or very shortly, exactly why it is. But the very second step I recommend you guys to do is also go to one of my favorite websites, which is called Zoolerts.com. I do have the link for Zoolerts down in the description box right down below, and I'm going to show you exactly how to use it. It's really good at letting you know exactly when it is in stock, and it updates practically every minute. Make sure you register on Zoolerts so you know practically immediately when PlayStation 5 does go on in stock. And when it does, you want to make sure that you turn on the alarm. You'll see these 3 lines. Of course, it means on, and when you do, you can kind of set it out to the sound that you want it to. As you can see, I set the lion, and when you set the lion, you'll hear that lion roar as soon as Zoolerts does get a PlayStation 5 in stock. And it does also work on phones as well. You can set it up on your browser and your phone if you want to really make sure you know as soon as it's available. Remember how I told you guys to download Discord and Telegram? I'm going to show you exactly the reason why you need those apps. Now, inStock is a really great website as well to know as soon as a PlayStation 5 is in stock. And you see this email icon here. It will let you know practically immediately. It does text alerts and also does browser alerts, and it does Telegram. And that's one of the very reasons why I recommended Telegram. Telegram is what I would suggest from now in stock, because it lets you know practically immediately. And as soon as you find out when PlayStation 5 is in stock, make sure you click the link as soon as it's available. When it is available, you will be able to successfully purchase a PlayStation 5 in that way. Also let you know the recent stock history. As you can see, it has been trying to restock. Another good one to go on is Stock Informer. In Stock Informer, you can kind of set the alerts right here on the right side. As you can see, PS5 console, PS5 console digital edition. You can uncheck the rest, because more than likely you're not trying to look for those items and they're a lot easier to find. It is super useful just to have Discord and Telegram just for the alerts for PlayStation 5, because that gives you a way higher chance in finding a PlayStation 5 almost immediately. And I believe down here they do have recent stock history as well. Make sure to have all three on the side ready to go, because when it does come down to pulling the trigger, you know exactly when you can. Hey FanBam, guys, now you know exactly the reason why you needed Telegram and Discord, because it helps you try to get ahead of these bots. I know it's practically impossible, but if you're not familiar exactly what happened with the bots, make sure you check it down in the description box down below, or the card right above my head, and I explain exactly what happened this year in 2020 about bots. But enough about these shopping bots. We want to talk more about how you can get your hands on PS5. So I hope you guys were taking notes, because there is much more to take in, because I want to make sure that you guys and FanBam get a PlayStation 5 in your hands and ready to go. Hey guys, I've been playing PlayStation 5 and so far it's been pretty good, and I want you guys to be able to enjoy the experience like I have. So guys, make sure you listen to these very next steps, because it is crucial and very important you do. If you plan to purchase at Target, Walmart, Best Buy, Gamestop, any of these online retailers, make sure to have all your information inputted already, meaning have your name, your address, your payment method, your phone number, everything all stored in each and every website. I'm sure there are some Chrome extensions where you can add them to where you put your payment method and all your information stored on there, so that way you can have a quick checkout. Because remember, you are competing against bots as well. If you're competing against bots, they're going to be a lot quicker than you are trying to type in your name, your address, or any of that extra information, because that bot will steal it right out of your cart. So guys, make sure that you pre-put all your information before purchasing a PlayStation 5. Very first place I'm going to talk to you about is Best Buy. I know their website is not the best. I know trying to get an item on there and you try to add it to your cart, it's already hard enough, let alone trying to get a PlayStation 5 and check out with that very item. I'll tell you one thing, the bot will know almost immediately, and when they do, they will add it to the cart and be able to check out with that PlayStation 5. And there's a way to prevent that. There is a way for you to kind of beat out the bot. Everybody who is trying to get a Nintendo Switch, this tip has really helped them phenomenally on getting a Nintendo Switch. So this will also definitely help you trying to get a PS5, especially if you're beating out a bot. What I recommend is you do an online chat where you call Best Buy, and you don't call just for customer service, because customer service is not going to really help you. What you have to do is make sure you contact a home advisor. If you contact a home advisor, they will be able to get you a PlayStation 5, because they will try really hard in order to get one, especially on that day, November 22nd. If you said that you went online and you went to go try to purchase a PlayStation 5 and the website was being really glitchy, that you added it to the cart and you try to purchase it and it wouldn't let you, that home advisor will help you kind of override that system and be able to purchase a PlayStation 5, and they will send it to your house. So that is the one thing I recommend, is to contact a home advisor. Now the time to contact them is, I believe, after 8 a.m. Central Time. If you contact after 8 a.m. Central Time, they will be able to help you out. That is when the home advisors are available to help you out. The very next place I'm going to talk to you about is Gamestop. And Gamestop is a really reliable place in order for you to get that PS5. I don't agree with all their practices. I don't like how they bundle it to the point where it's almost double the price of the system, but they are reliable. When you have all your information already put into GameStop already, it will make things 10 times easier. GameStop claims that they will have PlayStation 5s available on November 27th of 2020 at 7 a.m. And then on top of that, you want to make sure that you get your hands on it, and you can't exactly rely on just that time. So make sure that you follow the steps earlier by having Zoolerts, because I heard many success stories from the fan base that they were able to get their hands on one because of GameStop. That is another great website in order for you guys to get one, because as soon as Zoolerts alerts you on GameStop's website that they have PS5s available, you will be able to hop on there and pretty much immediately and check out. And the thing about GameStop, when you check out with them also, they kind of have a bot prevention, which also helps them out, which is something like they put you in a waiting room. And don't be in a hurry. Don't try to check out immediately or try to refresh the page, because you're going to end up only dooming yourself. Make sure you try to stay patient and stay in the waiting room, and after that patience pays off, then you will be able to purchase with your item. The very next place I'm going to talk to you about is Walmart. And Walmart is where I personally got my success, where I was able to purchase a PlayStation 5, and you can too if you follow these very next steps. And it's actually really not too bad getting it from Walmart. Walmart announced that they will have more PlayStation 5s available on November 25th, 2020 at 7 p.m. Of course, right on Turkey Day. While you're eating your turkey and your mashed potatoes, you gotta worry about a PlayStation 5 now too. And that's also on your plate to try to purchase. With Walmart, I don't suggest using their app or trying to go on the website to purchase a PlayStation 5. Instead, you'll run into more nightmares. Matter of fact, I tried to purchase it through the first wave and I failed miserably. And then I tried with the second wave and I also failed again. So the next step, what I did was, during that second wave, luckily I was not too far from my house. I was able to hop onto my PC and it actually went through very smooth, very buttery smooth. It wasn't as glitchy as trying to purchase it through Walmart's app and Walmart's website on the phone versus on the PC. If you purchase it through PC, then you will have a whole lot less issues, and especially if you have your information saved already, you'll be able to check out practically immediately. And Walmart's really good about shipping out to your house pretty quickly. They were really quick with mine. Luckily, even though it shipped a day late, which I really didn't mind, as long as if I was guaranteed of having a PlayStation 5, and they definitely did that for me. The very next place I want to talk to you about is Target. Target is a great place to look at for a PlayStation 5 because I had personal success getting a Nintendo Switch. You want to make sure you have a Target app on your phone or download the app, because that will also really help you, because it will tell you if they have it in store. I checked 8 p.m. local time, which is Eastern for me, and I was able to see that they started to get it in stock. Of course, it's going to be 8 p.m. From your local Target or where your time zone is, because that's when they usually have a restock of new items. And most of the time, they don't even realize that they have those items in stock. Even if you try to call to confirm if they did have it in stock, they would not be able to tell you, because it could still be sitting in the truck and they just didn't have it inputted in their side of the system just yet. So you want to make sure that if you see it available, a PlayStation 5 at your local Target, make sure you show up at the physical store to pick it up, because I attempted at curbside delivery with Nintendo Switch, they sent me a very nasty and miserable email saying that they canceled my curbside delivery and was not able to meet my demand of delivering me my Nintendo Switch curbside. So what did I do? I went to the store an hour early. Luckily, there was no line over there. And when I got there, of course, the line built up right after that because people figured out that Target did have those Nintendo Switches. And I went to go pick it up. Luckily, I was one of the first in line and was able to get my hands on that Nintendo Switch. And I'm sure the same goes for PlayStation 5. If you see it at your local Target and it says in stock, just show up at the store and make sure, and you'll be able to pick up that PlayStation 5 more than likely. Also, Target did not specify on a specific date when they will get PlayStation 5s, but make sure you check around 8 p.m. at your local time if your Target has PlayStation 5s in stock. If they do, just be wary and be prepared to go there early to beat out other people who also saw that PlayStation 5 is in stock as well. I hope you guys found this content very useful. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And also, if you're into tech and you want to join the big wonderful fan band where we talk about tech and we have fun, make sure you go down and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. And for all the newest updates, make sure you follow my Twitter handle right here. And also, I gotta ask you guys, do you think Sony has failed you with the PlayStation 5s, that they did not really upkeep with their promise on having plenty of stock? If you did, make sure you let me know in the comments down below, because I love hearing from you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Chris Mizo signing out.